and I thought I'd share 2 cards that I've made using the stamp of the month with the gorgeous Christmas stamp and dies. So for my first card, I'm taking a white card and I'm going to then layer on top a piece of black card, and I'm attaching that with adhesive tape from our Spellbinders card kit of the month. And I've cut the black card about 1/8 of an inch smaller. On top of that, I'm going to place another piece of white card, but this time I've embossed it with the embossing folder of the month that has that really nice all over Christmas design. And I've got my phone tape there, and it is getting a little old. It's still quite sticky, but I'm just wanting to be extra sure that the adhesive stays on there nice and strongly. So I've added glue to keep it there. Now these are the 2 large corner pieces that the stamp creates, and I've got them coloured in using Tim Holtz watercolour pencils, and you can see the lovely shades there I've used, and the back is popped up with 1mm thin foam adhesive. So I'm going to place one of the coloured panels in the top left and one on the bottom right, and that allows us to see lots of our embossed background as well. Here I'm showing you one of the sentiments that I have gold heat embossed, and then I've gone around the outside edges just to help make the sentiment pop from the white background with red Sharpie, I think I used, but you can use any alcohol marker. I'm then taking clear sparkle pen by scrapbook.com, and I'm going all over and giving a nice thick coating to make that nice and shimmery. Now to finish off my card, I'm taking the mix of embellishments there by Scrappy Tales, and I'm going to go ahead and place a variety of different pieces from the embellishment pack. So right now I'm adding some very lustrous half gold pearls, and I'm going to balance those. So I've got 3 of the medium size on the top right corner, and then I'm going to add 1 large, 1 medium and 1 small there. I'm then going to take some of the pretty white pearls that are super lustrous. They've got like an extra shiny sheen on them, these pearls, and I'm going to add those scattered onto the card front as well. It also helps to hide some of the little boo-boos I had when some of the watercolour pencil transferred from the coloured panels onto my card. I'm not quite sure how I managed to do that, but I did, and the little pearls and embellishments help hide that. To give more texture to my design, I'm taking my small bottle of glossy accents and I'm going over the solid black, I guess they're like seed pods, and I'm going to cover each of those with the glossy accents, not too thick, and that'll give a really nice shine to that area and just help highlight some of the black detail to go with that black matting layer we've got as well. I'm adding a little bit more sparkle pen onto the center of my poinsettias, and then I will call that card finished. Except I decided that I would come in with the glossy accents and add that to the center of the poinsettias as well. And that helps make that sparkle pen really sort of stand out and give more dimension. Now for my second card today, I've taken a piece of light blue cardstock that was in the card kit of the month, and I've also run that through our embossing folder of the month. I'm attaching that to my card base with the tape, adhesive tape from our kit. And you can see here I've cut that blue panel to be about 1/4 of an inch smaller. Now I've taken a piece of the light pink cardstock as well, and I've also run that through the embossing folder, and then I've used like a fancy frame die to cut that into that pretty shape that you can see there. And I like the look of the two embossed layers on top of each other. Now I've brought out my T-square because I couldn't decide whether or not I had it level or even distance top to bottom, or even if I had the two points straight. So I needed to use the ruler to do that. Now you can see I've used another one of the dies that I have from the nesting die collection and cut out the gold cardstock with the embossing folder used as well there. And I'm bringing in other stamps from the stamp of the month that I've coloured in using the Tim Holtz watercolour pencils. And at the moment I'm just playing around with where I might put the different pieces. And you can see that the cardstock I've used to layer onto this card matches in nicely with the colours that I've used in the watercolour pencil colouring that I've done on my stamped images. So I'm going to create a symmetrical type balance here using the different elements, and I'm just going to start off by gluing just the bottom ends of the leafy stems, and from there I can then maneuver the different coloured in pieces where I need to, if I need to adjust them. And I needed to adjust my sentiment there because I couldn't get it straight, and again I brought in the T-square to give me a bit of a hand to do that. Now to finish off the card and that element, I'm going to add an element over the end of the gold embossed sentiment that I've stamped, and I'm adding one of the poinsettias to that left hand side of the sentiment. I needed to pop up my poinsettia on double thickness of foam tape because we've got those extra layers of embossed card there. I'm adding some detail to my flowers using my glossy accents, and I've put some on the little berry parts of the poinsettias, and then I've gone over the red berries that are in with the pink blossoms as well. Then to add a little bit more detail, I'm going to bring in the pretty gold pearls and white pearls from that Scrappy Tales mix, and adding them sort of evenly balanced between both sides, and then some scattered ones as well. So that's my two cards. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, bye bye for now.